name is Dan Weschler, and I am the music consultant of the show. So from the very first thing we did together, music was one of the main tools that we used to not just tell the stories, but kind of create the atmosphere for each of these stories.
I sooner was dancing when I saw your reflection in the wind chimes calling for the song from the stone, for the song from the stone.
The music for The Old Man and the Old Moon specifically is kind of Celtic tinged folk music, and it often serves less as, the kind of narrative engine of the story. There's not a lot of point of view songs or songs that tell you exactly what's going on. The music functions more like a soundtrack. I think we were really inspired by a lot of the films that we grew up on, and the way that music could kind of create this parallel emotional track to the story that you're watching. So yeah, there's songs sort of emerge out of storytelling moments to accompany them rather than tell you what is happening. The actors in The Old Man and the Old Moon do everything on stage. There's a ton of music, and there's a ton of Foley sound effects, and there's a lot of puppetry, and there's a lot of lighting effects, and it's all in the hands of the 7 performers who are up here on stage. So you'll often see somebody performing a scene while wearing, for instance, an accordion strapped to their chest, and then a song will pop out of that moment. So if you really scan the stage, there's really never a moment where pretty much everyone in the ensemble isn't engaged in something on stage, whether that be ringing a bell to accompany somebody going through a doorway, or quietly plucking a guitar in the corner, or doing a bit of shadow puppetry. Everybody's always part of the storytelling.
I saw your reflection.
Well, I am mostly here to take all of the music that's published for the show and adapt it to the very specific and incredible set of talents that this ensemble has amongst the 7 of them. So, case in point, there's a bit of violin music in the published score of the show, but the person who would be playing the violin in the show doesn't play the violin. However, they do play the clarinet. So this production is going to be the debut of the clarinet as an instrument in The Old Man and the Old Moon, and we're very excited because already we've played it with a couple of songs and it sounds incredible. And then there's other things, just like vocal arrangements and getting just the spirit of songs across, and working with everybody to find the best way to play their instrument and find their way into the score.
If I didn't need you.
If I were to boil it down, it's the feeling that people leave with, or at least tell us they leave with, which there's a quote from one of our friends who saw, I think, really the first version of this show, and they told us afterwards that all they wanted to do was go home and dream, and that was nice to hear, because I think more than anything, our shows spark people's imaginations and sort of get them invested in this kind of creative act, this sort of creative relationship to the theater that they're watching.
Ceiling up, then I just give in. So string of the planks and plug my purse to pass. She'll sharp shine the dimes from my eyes, and I won't come back. I crash on the board. I crash on the board.